the team that we are really gonna face are really, I think, even League One team. They are not even into what we call the championship. So it's really good to see that everything is really going on as planned for the club of Manchester United. Welcome to this channel. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as planned for the club of Manchester United. So as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokan David is my name, and hope you're having fun wherever you are and you're really doing the best to see to it that we really get this up and running. You know, sometimes you need a slack of luck to obviously see to it that everything goes in your direction, and here we come with the starting 11 of club of Man United, named by Erik ten Hag. As I told you yesterday that Andre Onana is gonna be in between the stitches, I told you, because everything is really one of those, everything was really shown that Erik ten Hag doesn't trust Ben Dayer, and there is no reason as to why he gives him a game like this. And he has gonna hit to hint on to United winning the FA Cup and the Premier League, meaning that he would go for silverware this season and he's gonna go strong in every game amid which side he's really facing. So Andre Onana, so if you don't see Eriksson into that match squad, everything shows you that this guy is supposed to come in through, and that is none other than the man who was gone ahead to put in a lot of effort. You know, you expect these changes to obviously come up, especially the change of the guy who goes, by the names of Scott McTominay, because we don't have any other midfielder. That is it. We don't have any other midfielder playing into that position, and you wouldn't go in for Hannibal and Mejabri in there for you. So the manager has decided to go in for a different team altogether, and it has always been about this guy, Scott McTominay. And when you're playing against Wigan, a team in the League One, then why don't you field Scott McTominay? Because if Scott McTominay cannot really feature into these games, then he doesn't have all what it takes to be a United player. So let him play this game, and Erik ten Hag will come out and really give us a very beautiful explanation as to why he's gonna hate not to bring in Eriksson in the midfield. He told us that Casemiro is still far off from return, and we might see him coming in through early next week, you know, or this weekend when we take on Tottenham Hotspur. It's going to be a tricky game, and maybe the manager's going to hate to rest Eriksson because he knows he's going to need him a lot in the game of Tottenham Hotspur. That we're going to play on Sunday this week, and the manager is really looking forward to that game, and he knows that Scott McTominay can really get the job done and dusted. Even Hannibal can get the job done and dusted. He can really get the job done and dusted, and that's why I tell you, nothing is going to stop us from really winning this game. We are just a game away from really going to the next round of the FA Cup, and we need to see to it that a lot is being put up to what we did. Now, we've been told Amad Diallo does not start against Wigan Athletic and is not part of the squad. That is really one of the most shocking moments that you ever gonna hate to hear at the club of Manchester United. But that is the starting 11 of Man United. That is the starting 11 of Man United, and let's go into the lineup and how everything is gonna be, especially the formation that Erik ten Hag has gonna hate to bring here to really see to it that we tussle it out well as this team. 4-2-3-1 is the system. Andre Onana in goal. This is his second last game for the club of Man United, because the next game is gonna be down at Old Trafford, and then he'll travel to play for Cameroon the next day, as I think they play against Guinea-Bissau. That is all about Andre Onana. Then Aaron Wan-Bissaka is playing as the right back for the club of Man United, and Dalot is playing as the left back. Then Evans and Rafael Varane in the central defense, and that back five. If at all you watched my match preview in the predicted starting 11, I got it right. So round of applause for me. I got it right. Then Kobbie Mainoo, I got him right, and Scott McTominay was not part of my plan, but with the absentia of Casemiro, Eriksson, Amrabat, then Scott McTominay comes into play to play into that double pivot there, as they obviously roll into that midfield role. But I don't want to see him play ahead of Bruno Fernandes. You know, the lineup might come out like that, and then you see Kobbie Mainoo and Bruno Fernandes play into the double pivot, and then Scott McTominay being played ahead of the double pivot. So I hate that. So I would love to see Scott McTominay stick to his role, you know, as a double pivot player alongside Kobbie Mainoo, and then Bruno Fernandes to play into his position. Now, the forward three is as it was when you're playing against Aston Villa. Garnacho on the right attacking side of the midfield, where we went ahead to score a brace against Aston Villa, and he really looked good. And this time around, I anticipated that this is the kind of game you would want to play and see Garnacho really get a goal, Rashford get a goal, and Rasmus Hojlund. And for Rashford being played onto the left attacking side of the midfield, I would love to see him triumph today by scoring and getting in those goals, because when he gets in those goals, it really means a lot to me as a fan. You know, for us to get going and to compete for every trophy right now, we need to see to it that Marcus Rashford gets back to his level of scoring goals. Let's all admit that. We need to see him get back to his levels of really scoring goals, and that's exactly what we need as a club of Manchester United. So, for Rashford, Garnacho, I really task them to do the job. Kill off the game early enough, score your goals, get on the bench, and let other players really come into, like so Pelestris, Hagils, and very many others to get the job completed. So, I would love to see these two connect a lot and really score. And Rasmus Hojlund is back into the starting 11 of Man United and is leading the line. And what a way to really see him return in a game like this. And I would love to see to it that a lot of chances are being created for this guy, to see to it that he obviously gets onto the score sheet today, because he last scored when playing against Aston Villa. He never played against Nottingham Forest, and that really affected him a little bit. But today, if he gets back on the score sheet, that will mean scoring in 2 consecutive games. That is really very important for the player of Rasmus Hojlund's caliber at Man United, and will be really very celebrative for that achievement. So I really like to see him do the needful, and that is all about Manchester United, and that is the starting 11. But all we need is to really gate what we call a convincing win. I want a win that sends us in the game of Tottenham Hotspur on a high. That's the win I want, and I don't really want to see us fake around. All we need is something simple. Let's get it going. And when you look at the bench of Man United, I think Kambwala has a chance to come in through. Omori Foson has a chance to get in through. Hannibal Mejabri has a chance to get in through. Facundo Pelestri has a chance to get in through. you know, and Bendayer has a chance to get in through, especially if at all we kill off this game in the first half. And I would love to see to it that this game is like 3-0 in the first half. We kill it off at once, and we see these players rested. We don't want to risk to see to it that we play very many minutes and get our players injured. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. So I don't want to see that. All I want to see to it that United getting to where we are supposed to be and what our prediction was. I went in, I think, for a 3-0 prediction for the club of Man United, but I would love to see us score more and more and more tonight as a fan, because I really like it when you're scoring very many goals. I really love it when you're scoring very many goals. I really love it. So I wouldn't like us to not give an F, but I want us to kill it off. Then I'm having CK. Imagine McTominay again. Why is Ten Hag doing this? I think if Scott McTominay starts in this game, I cannot blame Eric Ten Hag, because this is a League One team. Scott McTominay has to do that job. Let him do that job, get it done, and proceed to the game of Tottenham Hotspur. That is it. So let him start. If he cannot play in this game well, then it is gonna be really bad, because most of the games Scott McTominay has not been playing well apart from scoring goals. You get? All what he gets you are goals, and he cannot really take the team to where he deserves it to be. And right now I'm seeing the players of United walk on the field of play. Then we are having fly on the wall. Who is getting slapped by Wigan tonight? Yeah, I can see it as the biggest joke of the night, but fly on the wall, I respect your comment, because everything is supposed to be considered, especially in a game of football that has 3 results: a loss, a draw, and a loss, a draw, and a win. So any of those results are really possible. You don't know what Wigan has in stock today. They can come in through and maybe throw in a very huge shocker to the club of Man United, though on 100% chance they have only 1% to shock the club of Man United, because the squad that Eric Ten Hag has gonna hate obviously filled in the starting 11 of Man United today. It's really gonna send them to the Tartars. That is it. And Adebayo Payemi, your sound is back, I think. Then Brian Lutaya, why McTominay always. In this game, I cannot criticize Eric Ten Hag for playing Scott McTominay. That is it. You are not having Eriksson in the squad, no Casemiro. Scott McTominay gets his goal. You are playing a League One team. So let us see how that really pans out. Then Adebayo Payemi, United 4, Wigan 0. All right. Let's wait and see whether your prediction really comes to pass. But I've gone ahead to obviously find out that United will face Newport County, all Eastleigh away in the FA Cup 4th round. So that means we knock out Wigan tonight. We are going to face another couple of teams. When you look at Newport, a team that we've been drawn against as Man United, Newport is playing in League 2. That is it. So that is some huge chance. That is some huge chance for the club of Man United. Then when you look at Eastleigh, let me see. Eastleigh plays in the National League. So the National League is really far off, because the National League comprises, you know, for the sponsorship reasons, is the highest level of the National League system and 5th highest of the overall English. So it's placed 5th. So after Premier League comes first, Championship comes second, League 1 third, League 2 4th, then the National League comes in through. So the 5th place team and the all the teams you're going to face are below the first 3 leagues, you know, of the Premier League, of the league hierarchy in England. That obviously shows you exactly how we are gonna really make it. And I think we've gonna have to be given a chance. We've gonna have to be given a chance that we can really get through to where we deserve to be. I mean, look at the other FA Cup draws, guys. You'll see how lucky we are. And why we might find ourselves in the position of obviously winning this. Let me read to you some of these draws that are going to take place, especially for the teams in the Premier League, the big teams. Wolves is facing Brentford, you get. Then Man City is facing Tottenham Hotspur. That is it. Fulham is facing Newcastle. Chelsea is facing Aston Villa. You get. Chelsea is facing Aston Villa. So that means Chelsea or Aston Villa one is going to be out. Tottenham all, which other side? Tottenham all, Man City one is going to be out. Then Brentford and Wolves one is going to be knocked out. Newcastle and Fulham one is going to be knocked out, meaning that we might really get onto the 50th round of the FA Cup if at all we knock out the other teams that we're going to have to draw with, when some huge teams are really out, and our focus will be clear that we can obviously lift this league. And as we speak right now, the game of football has gone ahead to kickstart off, and it's United with the ball. Varane passing it to Andre Onana, and it's obviously John Evans trying to obviously knock that ball around and create a moment of magic for the club of Manchester United. So guys, hope you're really having fun. We are here to see to it that we bring you this game of football, and it's Garnacho, a player I really expect to surge today in those positions and really get us going to where we deserve to be as a club of Manchester United. It's a throw-in for Man United, and it's Dalot and Marcus Rashford playing onto that position. So we're here to see to it that things go on as planned, and all the best to the club of Man United. No shot on target yet, 1 minute played, and it's a throw-in. United are really having the lion's share of the possession. And in a game like this, all you need is to get a win and really walk away. But I want what we call a convincing and solid win. That is, it should be concrete with a lot of message as we get into the game of Tottenham Hotspur, and we shouldn't be really stopped in here. Scott McTominay is going to hate to lose the ball in the midfield, and Dalot is going to hate to track very well. I've seen one of the United fans coming out and really saying Dalot is not good enough, and ask guys, do these people know the quality of this lad? On the market right now, to get a player who has the quality of Diego Dalot, it's really hard. Very, very hard. So, people are really so much not using their brains to work. Dalot is a very good right back, and he can also play as a left back. The reason one was giving was all about Cancelo, that Cancelo is really played, that Cancelo is better than Dalot, but I told him that, do you think Cancelo is still a starter at the Portuguese national team? It's Dalot who's going to have to bench him. Dalot plays as the right back for the team of Portugal. One, because of the energy. He's a better defender. Kobe Mena is going to have to lose the ball in here. Wigan are trying to obviously go past the center half, and obviously they're trying to face John Evans. A ball has been put in. Very good save by Andre Onana, but the ball is still with Wigan, and Andre Onana gets that ball. But Kobe Menu had gone ahead to lose the ball, and it had resulted into a very good counter-attack for the side of Wigan, and Wigan have gone ahead to register the first shot on target in this game. Bissaka really was lazy as far as tracking that run was concerned, and we would have gone ahead to get beaten by this side. It has been Asgard, the shot number 10, getting his first shot on target, but Andre Onana has gone ahead to pull up a very beautiful save. He has put up a very beautiful save for the club of Man United, and maybe this is why Ten Hag really trusted him, because if this game goes, one goal down right now, that calls us to use a lot of energy to kill off it. So thank you very much for watching through. When you end this poll, you see to it that 50% are calling in for United win, and 40% are calling in for win of Wigan, and 10% are calling in for draw. So John Evans into the mixer, headed out very well. Dalot finds Varane. United has really started on a low, but they're just 4 minutes, and you anticipate that maybe the intensity is gonna grow up as the game really goes on. But United are the lion shareholders of the possession. Garnacho, Varane, Kobe Menu. This is John Evans. Evans spreads his wide to find Rashford. Looks like Everton. It looks like Wigan are really trying to play a low block and hit United on the break. That is the plan, and we need to obviously get the first goal, because they'll make it hard for us if at all they really get the first goal. And the more we delay without scoring, the more confidence they get as a team. Bruno Fernandes, the captain, finding a pass to find Marcus Rashford. Rashford goes inside, cross in, blocked very well by the defender. It's now Wigan trying to launch an attack. Bruno Fernandes closing in. Bruno closing in, back to the goalkeeper, tries to play from the back. Looks like they're a team that wants to play from the back. That means we should intensify our press. If we are United and we want to get to where we want to go, we want to intensify our press. Rasmus Hojlund running into the right position and